YouTube,
Smart.
there's so much functionality in YouTube that it has taken me years to actually understand like where everything is in terms of like what you can change on your YouTube profile.
Uh-huh.
It's extensive and expansive because you can
Yeah, I
like
just noticed that a couple days ago. I don't think it always was like that. I don't think those options were things you could go click on a few years ago. Or were they? I don't know.
you can add all this functionality and move it around on your homepage. It's like it's huge.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to worry about learning all that shit. I'm going to let my AI take care of that shit for me because I'm too old to start learning all of that shit. So me and my AI assistant will handle it.
This is also an interesting experiment that I've witnessed. This will be the last thing I'll say, and then I'll leave you alone. Is that in my office here, I have 15 cell phones pointed at me on tripods, live streaming onto YouTube, and when
Right now?
well, I yeah, all the time, like 80 hours a week.
As we're talking, we're streaming.
Yeah, right.
Hi, folks.
Right now.
Hey, folks. Yeah,
right now.
Go on.
And
Okay.
so, what's interesting is,
wait, is anybody actually there? Do you know if anybody's there?
Yeah, hundreds of people,
Really, right now, at this moment?
Not right now, but over the course of let's say an hour.
Okay. Oh, they'll hear a recording of it instead of.
No, they'll tune in live, but I usually cut all of my cameras after 1 hour.
Uh-huh.
So
I'm just trying to figure out. We've had a somewhat interesting conversation, but I don't know what was on before and how many people are going to hear the conversation that you and I had here.
No, nobody will be able to unless they look me up by my name. There's like a very low probability that people will find what we were talking about.
Well, no, I mean you're not recording. You're not recording this for your own benefit.
I am, but I'm not going to retitle it to like conversation about language theory or something like that. It's just.
Anyway, never mind. Listen, everybody's got to figure their own strategy out. So.
Yeah, I'm not optimizing the keywords. It's all just under my name, John Kitover. But just from like a filmmaking perspective, I can cut every camera just by hitting this little cut button in YouTube, which creates a 50-second clip. And it's just an extraction from the live that puts it into a different category or different column in YouTube. But in terms of like...
let me ask you a question. Why not just use audio? What does video give you the audio? I mean, above that, yeah.
Because it's taking the audience into consideration. I know that their brains. I have a much better chance of building an audience with a video than I do with an audio.
Really?
Because it's both.
Yeah, you can. I'm not talking about building an audience. I'm talking about affecting an audience.
Yes, affecting an audience because the visual.
You got to get an audience first, right? But then what?
The visual stimulation is so much more dopamine creation than just audio. It's because you're doing the audio, but you're getting the video. So, hands down, video is the winner. And the quality of the video now, just compared to like a speakeasy in the 20s or something, it's...
Oh, yeah. No. Fucking iPhone is plenty to do anything you want to do.
Well, this is why Sweden has outlawed social media for people under 16 because the addictive nature of video on these cell phone devices is heroin. It's just straight up...
It's just getting started, too. I mean, Suno, well, and Sora, again, yeah, it's all... This is such an amazing time to be alive.
So after I create Suno, what I do is I do a screen recorder on my phone, and then I film my songs and I put them on YouTube. And then YouTube is so smart; it creates playlists with my music and other music. So YouTube is the ultimate depository of Suno.
The ultimate suppository. Are any of the lyrics you write political?
No, I've been doing all sacred text, so all spiritual about the self, basically.
Hey, listen. I've got to go outside. There's something going on out there. I'm going to be away for.
Okay, God bless. It's been fun chatting with you.
Yeah, okay, I got to get out of here.
Okay,
Fucking went out and put it. I love women, but and you can give me the dead face, and that's cool because that's why our marriage is dying, because women think like you're emotive.
Can you answer the question of the respect portion, please?
Okay, ask me the question again so I can answer you rightfully.
What is the respect portion of your submission? Like, what do you mean by respect?
Respect means that you understand the man and you respect his plight. Right? Every man desires something different from a woman. So it all depends on what the man that you're with desires from you. And I'm not with none of you women, right? So in my personal opinion, what I desire from a woman is love in the form of affection, a well-cooked meal, and some more affection. Like, it's not a whole lot of things a woman can really give a man. We really desire things that don't really require a lot of thought from a woman. But if we're talking business with the woman at the helm, we want her to do the things that we are incapable of. And we all have different abilities.
Like what?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I married you, Panda, right? Because you're a reasonable woman.
The fuck?
No, just hear me out, right? I don't want to marry you.
Okay, good.
This is what I'm saying, right? I don't desire to marry any of you women in this room.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
I promise.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that.
We're not
take no offense. Not at all.
I promise.
Oh, there.
No,
Go right ahead.
see
Yeah,
how-
go right ahead. You're so great.
No, go right ahead.
No, we agree. We agree. Yeah.
Okay, so stop talking so I can answer you. Right? This is good.
So sassy.
I'm not sassy. I just don't need a whole lot of extra verbiage from people I'm not actually asking for words
I'm trying to
from.
be sassy. Just keep going. Go on.
He's
He's
overstimulated.
I'm telling you, go ahead.
No, the reality is you all are overstimulated. That's why you're all here by yourself.
Just go ahead. Just go ahead and say your
I'm trying to
point.
help.
I'm trying to, but you keep talking
Just
over
go
me.
ahead and speak to the point.
I'm speaking to the point, and you're talking to me to tell me to speak to the point. So what I'm saying is, what I desire from
Ozzy, what do you think?
I gotta stop trying to help these niggas. I really tried to help him.
You're so funny. Hey guys, how's everyone? I hope you're all blessed. Literally just woke up for
Just like Bernie Man.
chilling for the last like half an hour, 40 minutes, but I thought to jump on. It's actually an interesting discussion, this topic. I mean, I'm kind of guided to obviously believe that marriage is logical, even though the examples around me aren't always great. And I'm sure all of us can somewhat talk from our personal experiences of just maybe what's gone on around us, that there are just some marriages that have gone horribly wrong. But yeah, I mean, I do believe, and I just kind of hold on to that word believe with dear life. It is logical, but yes, I still do think, to answer your new question, Panda, carry asymmetric risk. for both the man and the woman. And the reason why I think that is because I think because although there's unequal like power, there always is in a marriage, I still think that even for that person who has more power, if the other party in the marriage side to call it quits, they're still affected. So like even if the husband is the person that's calling the shots, if the wife decides to divorce, that's also your potential future that's been disrupted right there. If there's a child involved, you've now kind of really negatively affected that child's life by not having the mother around as often, or just not having that stability. You're creating a dysfunctional setup. I also think that those imbalances, not just necessarily of power, but of emotional labor, of even knowledge and kind of like just being able to just being able to take the lead. It can end up just like having more emotional strain on one rather than the other. There's also, when it comes to career goals and career sacrifices, that's also something that there's risk involved there, because one parent would necessarily have to stay at home more than the other potentially, but then every situation is unique these days. I think that can also lead to tension between the couples, which again, that can, if not addressed, that can lead to resentment. Yeah, I'm kind of just going along with the flow here of imagining what these situations can manifest into. I just think there's essentially the primary sources or the primary starting points of asymmetric risk. I think it's to do with one person knowing more about kind of life skills and stuff like that than the other. They might know more about finances and might be more in control of the finances than the other, which is connected to obviously the power dynamics. I think that also there could be a lack of reciprocity. One person may feel undervalued than the other, which can also lead to tension and resentment. The career and goals, which not everyone will be. One person does need to compromise more than the other to stay at home, and that could cause resentment. I've seen conversations not in my immediate personal life, but in my friends, where it's just constant problems. Sorry, I know I'm taking a while. I guess I'm just unpacking as I'm thinking.
No, don't do it. You're making way too many points, and it's hard for people to respond to that message.
Okay, but I think I'll just leave it there.
All right. So we have musician and platinum up here. Do you guys think that marriage carries an asymmetrical risk?
Asymmetrical in the sense that the participants aren't both in symmetry. And so, in my opinion, is the way you should look at marriage contracts and your agreement with the state and with future lawyers and judges is don't get involved in that racket. And it's nothing but a racket, but it's an illusion, because people can't stay together who don't have the wisdom of the law prior to entering that union. And most people do not understand the law prior to marriage. So because of the lack of that wisdom, too many marriages fall apart.
Okay. So, but where's the asymmetrical part of it? Well, that's what I'm kind of looking for.
Well, all is fair in love and war. And as you know, asymmetrical warfare is how you win a war. But love is the law. and love under will hopefully, which is divine, spiritual, joyful, and too many people are in constant conflict and too much friction and road raging. And as you witness on this app, you will hear people crash out on this app. That's real world crash out. So don't expect your marriage to last if you're with somebody who does the crash out game with you, because that's the boy who cried wolf, and that's some bullshit.
Yeah, but it still does not explain asymmetrical. Where is the asymmetrical risk? Why? How can it be more risky for the one than the other?
It's not.
That's more a question. Sorry, say that again.
It's not, right? Like, our risk is gonna be different, but we're both gonna take risk in this, right? So there's risk on both sides. You, your health, your fertility, your youth, maybe things that you came into the relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Like, your finances, like, this shit it's all gonna be at risk. Like, you know, like, hey, going into a marriage, if I have a child with you, then there's health risks, there's time risks. You know that you can lose your job. You marry me, you decide to get married. You know, like, you're putting a lot of things at risk. You having a child, you risk losing everything. You know this. Like you said, you can be fired because you had a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's harder to hire mothers because, hey, in the event that something is going on with the kid, you're probably gonna have to drop what you're doing and go get the kid. Like, that shit, it's risky. It's risky. Or at the same time, for the man, it's risky. Hey, you're expected to be this leader, bro. What happens when you rediscover yourself 3 years from now and you're in a weird place where you're feeling like you can't lead, right? Like, it's a lot to bear when you're trying to be a husband, and you don't have an
human eye in the center with 3 words.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're
disclosed.
Like, you don't
The
have
trailer is expected any day now, and this is
we
not
watch a lot
just
of
another
things off
sci-fi
of
movie.
This
This is the man who shaped how an entire generation thinks.
Because they're emotionally connected, and that's it. And you risk all this shit. Like, what happens when you get married with no prenup, and your parents leave you their house, and your siblings live there, your uncle lives there, and your relationship doesn't work out, they want a divorce, and now she can take your family's house. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. Grandma leaves you the house, there's no prenup. Like, there's risk on both sides. Like, we can't look at this shit like, oh, it's more risk for the other. No, we both stand something to lose, which is why, like, it's supposed to be a check and balance. Like, hey, I have you here. Like, people don't vet the people that they marry properly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just emotionally they jump in and they don't realize legally what they're doing and what you're setting yourself up for. A lot of times you don't realize physically what you're doing. You're getting with somebody and they might not even be strong where you're weak, right? Like, there's no balance there. Like, hey, man, I'm giving. It's simple as, hey, I'm giving to this relationship with somebody who does it. They don't know how to manage money, right? They never had any type of financial discipline. They just spend, right? And what they were taught was we depend off of money to get by, and we have these type of habits. And what happens when you have that same type of thing? What if you don't have a good relationship with money? Who's gonna balance that out, right? You both are piss poor in this field. There's no balance. That shit is gonna fail. It just is. It's gonna fail because you don't have any type of guidance plan. There's no discipline there or anything. And when I'm listening to it, I'm just like, I don't think people understand like what actually goes into a marriage. A lot of people get married and you're not prepared for that. You're not ready. You haven't thought it out. You haven't went through anything, right? Y'all haven't been battle tested in a relationship, but you finna go get battle tested in a marriage. You think this shit gonna work out? Like, nah, you fucking yourself over. You don't know.
That was actually a reasonable submission, and I just want to say that I'm so grateful for you because I was really losing hope. I was really losing hope. I also wanted to say that the phrase "all's fair in love and war" doesn't really make sense anymore because now we understand hate crimes, and also like we've just had this conversation about how like love is clearly like shit could clearly be unfair.
It's amazing if you think about it.
It's much better. Yeah, I heard a musician make that whole statement about all sharing love and war. Like you guys got to remember the weather.
It's kind of amazing. It's kind of amazing if you think about it.
Thank you. I think the weather is just changing. But I don't know. Like I hear people talk on the app all the time about marriage relationships. I don't know if that's really like their desire. I don't know if they really like emotionally heal to a place to where like that's something that they want to do, and so it comes from a place of like fear. A lot of things like I hear people talking. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people online aren't real. They want real inserts about things that are going on in real time, but they're not experiencing, right? Like we talk about like the red pill shit. We talk about marriage. We talk about kids. A lot of people have kids. It's really not their own. They're not experiencing anything like that, right? Like.
And I'm not an atheist,
like,
I'm
I
a
don't think a lot of people have like long-term relationships where you're trying to figure out like, all right, hey, what do I really do for myself? I'm really trying to make this work. What is the best thing for us? Not just for myself. What's the best thing for us? How can I take me out of it and try to do what's best for us or just one? I don't think a lot of people have actually been there. You know what I'm saying? To be like, hey, marriage is about servitude. Like, I'm here to serve you. You serve me. Like, we can really get ahead. Like, it's a lot of sacrificing and shit. Even in days you don't want to. Like, a lot of times, like, I'm selfish on my time. Like, I just want to be on myself. Like, focus on what I want to focus on. But I know in a relationship, if I have a relationship or a marriage, I'm just going to have to sacrifice that. Hey, you know what? She's from me. That would be that
another in that country.
Now,
You're just
trying to hold this
that
down.
essentially
I need to get off and come and hold this down.
And
So she
therefore,
doesn't
the
feel
only
trained. I need
place
to also
to
give her
improve
me
the
time.
world
I
is
think a
by
lot of
improving
times
yourself.
people
And
think
nobody
about
on this
this
app really
and a
does
lot of
that.
times
Most people
at
on
the
this
end of
app
speaking on
are
the
just
subject,
fish
they're
or
looking,
flies.
they're coming from
And
a
you're
place
caught in
like trying to
somebody's
control.
web, which
Right,
is
they
your
want
own
to like
making. So the whole thing has to deal with your true self, discovery, enlightenment, education, knowledge, and intelligence, and joy. And too many people here are
because the law says when you marry a woman, she's your dependent.
There's no difference between
let's look
going
at
80 miles on
let's look at the law. I've been married before, bro. Have you been married?
hours a week.
Have you been married?
And gloom.
Hold on. He was not finished.
It's my opinion.
Yeah, I won't argue with you, bro. Like I'm not here to disrespect you. Like
that essentially,
no matter what the law says, bro, the law says
and
a lot of
therefore
shit, and shit falls apart. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about real life shit. Like, hey, if I'm trying to lead you, how the fuck can I lead you and I don't know where I'm going? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, me and be on this bitch talking about leading, nigga, you don't have no plan. I grew up with a single mother. You know what I'm saying? For most part of my life, my dad came back into my life when I was like in my teens. But I watched a lot of men try to like lead women places and they had no plan. And these women had to do this shit on their own. So they get online and they bash women. Like niggas get online all day and they bash women and talk about women. But these niggas don't have no plan for their life. You know what I'm saying? And you want to come inside of a woman, you want to come into a woman's life and try to lead her somewhere. You don't have a plan for yourself. You don't have a savings. You don't know where you're gonna go. You don't have a 10-year plan. Like you don't have shit, bro. And you trying to lead her. You want her to just submit and follow you in what you say. What gives you the validity to try to lead somebody and you don't have any proof of concept or anything, bro? We both on this journey. Like you're not even using your woman as like cancel. Hey, babe, like listen, I got this plan, so what I'm trying to do. I would like to get your insight on this to figure out what's best for the both of us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you want me with it. Like I think a lot of times people are just talking and they're just talking and talk. Like I don't think they think about any of the shit that they say. And that shit be real annoying. I'm listening to it. Like, buddy was so eager to like jump in and like, I don't care what the law says.
Therefore, the only place
what's best for your relationship
is by improving yourself. And nobody on this app really does that. Most people on this app are just fish or flies, and you're caught in somebody's web, which is your own making. So the whole thing has to deal with your true self, discovery, enlightenment, education, knowledge, and intelligence, and joy. And too many people here are doom scrolling in real time, doing live streaming conference calls. There's no difference between going 80 miles on your phone using the thumb or being there for 80 hours a week. Is doom and gloom and apocalypse now. It's my opinion.
When they get funny, are y'all still fucking each other? Like, I don't know. There's a lot to think about when it comes to marriage. I don't think people are thinking about this shit. They just be jumping into shit and it fall apart. And it is what it is. I'm done.
I ran out of reactions, but I just want to say that you're right and you should say it. And also some men, like I've literally overheard the conversation between men where this guy's getting married and he's like, yeah, I mean, it's mostly for the consistent sex. Like people marry for all types of ridiculous reasons. Like some people literally hate their wives. Like it's ridiculous out here.
I just want to say Clubhouse not a real place. I listen to people talk all day on here and they pretend and they project and they say different shit. And in real life, it's not that. Like, do not take a lot of this shit that people say on this bitch at face value, because in real life, they'll be pretending to be macho and that type of nigga, and they handle women this way, and they not. They don't get women in real life. They don't have conversations with women in real life. They don't have real connections with women in real life. They don't have no real women friends that they not trying to fuck on and build with. And I'm telling you, that shit it be real.
No women friends that I'm trying to build with. What kind of a man is trying to build with women?
Like people have personas on here. Like Clubhouse isn't real. I'm talking about a real life conversation I overheard.
Hello? This is real. This is the real life. Welcome to now. That's all there is.
It's the same in real life too. The same fake persona projection, same shit in real life too. Man, bro.
That's right. All communication is projection. All communication is hypnosis. All communication is politic. All communication is spam.
Bro, I would tell you this, bro, a lot of game that I got, a lot of what I have, bro, I upgraded to women. I'll be honest, a lot of times, like, where I was able to get in positions, like, in life, in jobs, and different shit that I was trying to do, bro, it was usually women that I brought around that had game, that had insight, that had knowledge, that had willpower, that had the ability to or even access to certain rooms I couldn't get in. Like, most of the shit that I built was because I had the help of women. Not helping men, bro. I had the help of women. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first time I ever took 6 figures at a job was because a woman opened the door for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm never taking that credit from that. So yes, bro, you can deal with a woman, bro.
No, I'm being facetious. I agree with you on that. I've had great financial success because of women.
So I don't know, why we doing this shit? Talk from a place of trying to dominate just women, on a certain level is bro, we actually fucking need each other. Even if this shit ended and we went back to a place of being hunter-gatherers, we all have a position that we have to play, and there is roles where we're gonna thrive and better for us to actually be able to get ahead. But I think people are looking at shit one-sided, and like I said, there's a lot of fear here because of what we've seen and what we experienced growing up, and people abandoning people and running out. I don't believe in actually people running out on their fucking kids or marriages and shit like that. It's a lot of fear there. You know what I'm saying? And people are just doing what's best for them instead of best for us. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but that point you made right there, that's what makes marriage logical. If you can have that kind of connection and she can use her strength and power, well, you'll use your strength and power to help each other. That's the logical part of it. You know what I mean? That's how it should be done.
Well, what do you think the crucifix is? People think Jesus just got up on a cross. The crucifix is a symbol that represents the union of man and woman.
Well,
I don't know.
some new speakers up on the stage. We have Rob. Rob, do you have any opinion on this?
As far as what y'all talking about, or are you talking about the topic in general?
We're talking about the topic in general, but I also had a question that was, do you think that marriage is asymmetrical? Like, you know, that poses asymmetrical risk. Like, is more risky for a man to get married than it is for a woman as well?
I think it's equally risky for both partners, man. I don't think it's like, I don't like this notion that it's risky for a man. Like, I think that kind of justify men trying to creep out of like the benefits of marriage, or like just the rigor. Let me not say the benefits, the rigors of marriage. You feel me? So I don't think that any sex is more like subjected to that. I will say that how it's traditionally worked, men were breadwinners, so I can understand why a woman would have that logic. But I mean, the reality of it is, if you're the person that's the cause of the divorce, and it can be proved, and you're the breadwinner, man or woman, you coming off that bread. Like, it just is what it is. If they think women ain't out here paying alimony, you're motherfucking lying. So, like, you coming off that bread, I would tell people, if anything, man, it's not that you should be cautious of marriage, you should be cautious of yourself. If you know that you have a problem with discipline, if you know that you have a problem with keeping commitments, maybe you shouldn't enter into a marriage contract, especially if you're a man that got some money. See, I don't feel no sympathy for niggas that lose it all when they fucked it off. You feel me? Like, it's a difference if you got played, but you losing it all because you want to continue to live like you a single man. You should have just stayed single. So that's my logic on that. Do I think marriage is a logical decision? I do think it's a logical decision, and I didn't always have the viewpoint, and I wish I did. You feel me? Maybe my life would have been a little smoother, but I see the vision. Like, take like the spiritual shit out of it, and I don't want to, like, I guess that's the wrong word. Take out like the righteous cause of marriage. Like, it's actually a wealth building thing for two people to commit to each other and commit to the plan. Like, you could actually see some growth in that. And like although I've never been married, my experience, like especially with my daughter's mom, my two girls, like that was I just wish I had been married. I say that, man, it's a great feeling to come home, you know, when your family there and you're taking care of your family. That's just a great feeling. So, I mean, I think it's a lot that we could learn from it. A lot of men being warped, black men in America from certain environments to think that like marriage is like a punishment, when it's really the opposite of that. You feel me? It's just we not, in a lot of cases, we not disciplined enough to understand that type of shit, man. That marriage is work.
I think it's in the Matrix.
I think we gotta learn those things.
You're in the Matrix. You're in the Matrix. Rob, you're in the Matrix. I can't. You can't understand you.
Like, seriously,
Rob,
this good one.
Hear me or not? Like, you were in the Matrix, so everything you said like was a little like, you know, coming from.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I just stepped outside my job. It was probably that damn Wi-Fi shit coming in, and no, I was just saying, ultimately though, man, just like marriage is logical. Like, marriage is a good thing, assuming that you come to marriage with the right mindset. If you're coming into marriage with a poor mindset, or you're coming in with the thought process that this ain't your partner, yeah, you probably gonna have some issues. This ain't 1960. Our women can work. Our women can contribute in multiple ways. We can contribute in multiple ways other than just our checks. We got to clean up and change diapers too. You feel me? Like, it's like all hands approach, in my opinion. If everybody moving like that, y'all home should be live. And I'm finna mute my headphones up. So if you see me off mic, I'm muted up.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Oh God. All right. Why do you keep raising your hand like that? Why? I need to know. Why do you keep bothering me with this little penny thing? Can't nobody bring you up, okay? All right. Bizarre, what about you? Do you think that marriage poses an asymmetrical risk? All right.
See, your problem is you're presenting asymmetrical as if every situation isn't going to be asymmetrical. What do you think optimization is? It's asymmetrical.
So say that again. say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Just like diluted babble.
I don't know what he was saying at all.
I mean, optimizing.
You're presenting every situation as asymmetrical. What do you think optimization is? It's asymmetrical.
Oh, exactly. You heard me. Well, listen, you're using the word asymmetrical in some type of a negative fashion or negative meaning. It's optimization. Why do you think when people go to war, they call it asymmetrical warfare? So when you go into love, it's the default mode, if you're intelligent, should be asymmetrical.
I don't know what he means by that. Can anyone at least translate something?
I understand. That was stale, pale, male logic.
I mean, like, I'm trying to, okay, so if
reciprocity, you're out this room. By reciprocity.
If I'm trying to follow the logic.
I can't even hear because all that dang pinging.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
If I'm trying to follow the logic, right, like, and I don't know, this is me getting into, I don't want to assume he's a white man. This is me getting into the mind of a man, and I.
Well, you know what they say about people who make assumptions
like,
now.
If you do what?
Sorry, go ahead, bro.
Anyway, if I'm trying to explore empathy or seeking this oh, got it. Okay, so if I'm trying to get into the mind of a white man, which again, dangerous place, but like, you know, the average CEO or the average executive, right? Like he offloads his tasks and his responsibilities and whatever to his employees. And so, like, he's optimized his life, right? He has an executive assistant that protects his time, yada, yada, yada. So, like, in a marriage, right, like, a husband delegates domestic tasks to a wife, and so he optimizes his time. I think that's pretty, I don't know. I'm trying.
Your sacred space.
Yeah, I don't know if I can, I'm not too sure if I really understand them. But okay. Kalima. Hi, Kalima. Hi, Neon. Hi, Off Grid. What do you guys think about this topic? Or and also, we'll just start with that. What do you think about the topic overall? You know, is marriage a logical? It's still a logical decision.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Hey, Kalima.
I mean, it depends on the two people doing it and their parameters. But, you know, people these days, I think the talking points are toxic as fuck. But people that actually desire marriage are going to make it work for them.
Okay. All right.
There was a woman in here earlier who has a, I don't know if it's a website or whatever, but I was looking at her bio and she has like a wives in waiting group or something. Like there are people who are like willing to, like they literally, that's their conceptualization. They want marriage and they're going to make it work. So I can agree with that.
All right. Let's see. Go ahead, Kalima.
People have some people have an antiquated view of marriage where the man gets everything he wants and the woman is just supposed to put up with whatever the fuck his desires are, and she should just accept whatever he dishes out. And I don't agree with that way of thinking at all. And I'm not going to tell other people what they should or shouldn't do, but yeah, that's just not the way of the modern world. Like, women have jobs, careers, and like women don't have to financially depend on men for their well-being in life. So I think that is definitely something that changed a lot of the way that marriage is viewed, because women are no longer men's property and sole responsibility. Women are responsible for ourselves, and then so I think a lot of people don't understand that the concept of marriage in the year of our Lord 2025 isn't the same thing that it was in 1965. But I feel like women have evolved in a lot of ways, but men have not.
I think there was a room about that the other day. Like, why haven't, let me see if I remember the title. Why haven't men, like, caught up to evolution or, like, not evolving at the same speed as women or something like that?
And what were some of the conclusions there? Because that's actually quite interesting.
Unfortunately, it was like the bottom of the barrel having the conversation, so they just yelling at each other and like, y'all bitches are at the bottom. There was one guy when I went back in there the second time. There's one guy yelling at the stage and saying, "You bitches are at the bottom of my shoe. You bitches ain't worth shit." Blah blah blah. So yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Sounds like a productive conversation.
Yeah.
Great title, horrible.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Y'all can run it back.
That kind of sucks.
Y'all can run that. I mean, I don't know. The conversation could be had again. I'll put it that way.
I know.
Listen, marriage is always the logical decision because it's the most spiritual decision and it takes great faith, but you have to do your diagnostic on who you're going to get married to. And I can't tell you how many friends I have, I'm 42, that are now divorced, and it was a them problem. It was not the wife's problem. It was my friends' problems who got the divorces. They were bad husbands who didn't take care of their wives.
That's the first thing you said that I absolutely believe.
Yeah,
What do you mean by take care of? In what way?
One mic on musician.
Yeah, what do you mean by take care of musician?
Meaning that they were in charge but didn't take charge. They weren't leaders. They didn't lead by example. They didn't come home from work and do their jobs. They just didn't do the partnership. They abandoned the partnership.
It's cooking. Say more.
I think, they're probably, I read some kind of study about human sexuality that we're on the level of meerkats and other wild animals with regards to monogamy versus polygamy, or monogamy versus, so if you are cheating on your spouse, it's so odd, you can detect it subconsciously, and then that person cheats, and then this person uses that against that person, but the thing is, again, it all goes back to that personal responsibility. The man was not leading by example, and thus the whole marriage, collapsed.
So we got Ray and Brother Neon. Are you there? I see you off mute. What do you think? Is marriage still a logical decision? Ray. Hi, Ray.
Hi, Ray.
What's that, man?
All right, let's get your opinion on this, too. Do you think marriage is still a logical decision nowadays?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Why is it logical?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, having a companion that's riding through life would just make more sense. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs somebody.
Oh. That's
I mean, I think people put a lot of effort into like temporary things with people that, you know, aren't really committed to rocking it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, marriage is lit.
How's the new MySpace?
Right. Yeah.
Right. Was there lack of investment in product management to understand what makes this valuable? How can we enhance those features and monetize it?
It's the trolling. It's people come on here and troll each other. So I just can't believe that people like fucking fill up the space, the rooms, you know, get people with a low IQ to come into the room.
The crazy thing is, Pepe has a following. Somewhere.
Well,
He goes
that's
into a
what
room.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but he brings people too. Like he brings traction. So.
Yeah, but I don't think this kind of this kind of like rooms where people are insulting one another. I don't think it's in the long term. It's not very good for us.
Not for nothing, but I bet you Pepe would get paid before Jeremy.
No, but that's literally what I'm saying, Matthew. When you say like Jeremy, as someone who claims to be like a relatively successful entrepreneur that has all this and spends as much time in this shitty app with what you consider to be a shitty house, doing what you consider to be trolling rather than what I consider to be like me just being entertained and learning. Like that's what I'm saying, Matthew, is that when you say the only reason someone like Jeremy would come here is to make money, what I'm saying is that is so fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Hold on,
I
brother.
have a surprise for you, Matthew. I have a surprise for you. Nobody's getting paid here. This is like we are just having fun. That's it.
You call
Why do we find it fun? And that's my question. Why do we find it fun? Because I in a weird way find it fun. What's addictive about it?
Because it's a roast, and it doesn't cost you to do it.
Some people have different
Costs nothing to come here to roast to Jeremy. You know, I can come here and spend no money roasting Jeremy and put it on YouTube.
Don't put him down.
You can have that. We'll give you king. You can take the.
I think there's something to it.
Matthew,
Examine ourselves.
you have to look at it.
Wonder why.
Matthew, you have to look at it in terms of a casino.
Maybe a successful gentleman, but you are boring at parties.
I'm just going to turn my volume down and just overtalk. Matthew, you have to look at this in terms of casinos and the slot machine floor, because those are just blown up cell phones that people feed money in to play video games on. But you can come here for free and play the same fucking video game and get the same dopamine return that you can on a slot machine. And that's my theory. That's one way to look at it. But people do not come here for Jeremy. I'm sorry, Jeremy. You may think you're a cool guy and you're successful and from Canada and handsome and intelligent, but people do not come here for you because you're not that interesting.
Hold on. Can I respond to music? I 100,000% agree with everything that you just said. I'm not being facetious. I 100,000% agree with everything you just said. Like my experience, based on my entire life, like as an old ass, distinctly cracker Canadian, as based on my performance.
You're black. Stop saying you're white. Jesus.
Dude, I love that you said that. Thank you. And thank you. And hold on.
Jeremy's about as black as Matthew is.
Stop it. Matthew, thank you. But let me just say this. I suck as a mod. I suck as an admin. Literally, and let me be really nuanced. I've tried for like the last couple of years since I've been on Clubhouse, and it's something that interests me. So in the same way that like business and entrepreneurialism and technologies interest me, and I've like engaged with it, try to be like, how do I do this good?
You made millions.
No, stop, King. Hold on. Let me just finish and I'll land. The thing that I have failed more than anything of all those things is how to be a good mod in Clubhouse. I have no fucking idea. So what Matthew said,
you did it right. You just
hold on. What musician said is absolutely right. I don't disagree with him. But my question is this, and this is what I'm trying to learn from people, and I don't come on this out of control. I come, and Matthew, this is my response to you. I don't do this for shits and giggles. I don't come to like try and show how big my dick is because of my insecurities. I have been so successful and privileged.
We've heard all this before, Jeremy. You're just repeating yourself.
I'll land with this. I have enough privilege to know that I'm fucking dumb and I'm successful, and I come here, 1, to learn, 2, to entertain myself, and 3, for those who want to be bored, I'll teach you what I know.
Okay, well, I just disagree with the second part. You can't learn here and you don't teach anything. I don't agree with 2 or 3, but it's entertainment.
What's very interesting is the fact that Matthew and musician come in here. That Matthew and musician come in here talking about their Jeremy. You're nobody's here for you, Jeremy. Yet they're gonna sit there and they're gonna interact with you for the past like 10, 15 minutes, solely just interacting with Jeremy. And I mean, that little side.
Jeremy's talking the most. So, but Jeremy, when I say that, I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about us and the human brain. So my question is, like, why are we attracted to this particular app? Because I admit, I do find some weird attraction to it. I don't think it's healthy. What do you think it is?
I'll be really honest, Matthew, and I'll be even a bit messier.
What do you think it is?
The reason why I was introduced to this app was because my investors in my company said I had to join Bitcoin rooms on Clubhouse. So I did that. No, it's a true story. And then really quickly I was like, hold on, King. I'll try to be something. King, hold on. I was like, despite me being a Bitcoin maxi, fuck these Bitcoiners. This is pollution. I'm not going to fucking go in these echo chambers. And then I went chillism, and I was like, this is fucking poison. Just a bunch of fucking men shitting on women and promoting chaos. And then I landed in Talking Apes, where there was this unique thing where like a whole bunch of people with radically different ideas are willing to give each other space. And that's why. And guys, and this is relevant for a lot of people that don't know the nuance of Talking Apes. That's why this fucking king next to me is an admin. That's why this fucking king next to me doesn't have a pink ticket, and that's why I don't have a pink ticket.
But Jeremy, calling a conference called Talking Apes is fucking stupid, bro. It's just called having decorum, responsible communication, maturity. The point is, no one here reads books, so it's all conversational hypnosis, and you're fucking, I don't know how to tell you this, but it's a fucking wasted time.
Hypnosis is hypnosis!
I agree, man. I agree. These types of rooms are a waste of time, and I just wonder what our attraction to them is.
Matthew, can I answer?
I know it's a waste of time when I come.
Matthew, can I answer? And then I'm going to hand it to whoever wants to talk, even if it's like who wants to kill our room to invite everyone to his shitty room. But Matthew, can I respond really quickly? And I promise I'll meet up for the rest of the night. Matthew, my response.
You will, but go ahead.
You're right, fucking ADHD. But Matthew, I'm going to try it. But Matthew, can I, if I will? The reason why I did it is because in my real life as a Canadian, you know this is true. I don't get to interact and have honest conversations with minorities and Christians and shit. Hold on. Fuck you, Juju.
Wide, cold cities, it's true. Very wide, very cold.
Exactly. And you know what, Matthew? You know that every fucking American in this fucking stage, their frozen chicken in their freezer has a better fucking quality of life than any of us if we go outside, you fucking asshole. So don't come up here and fucking promote Canadians when you know that a frozen chicken in their freezer has a better fucking quality of life, a less hostile environment if you go out and smoke your legal fucking weed in minus fucking 5 Fahrenheit temperatures. Also, American frozen chicken in their freezer exists in warmer temperatures than minus 5 Fahrenheit. And I'm sorry.
You wouldn't worry about having that issue.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Be that fucking cold, Jeremy.
You're right, Brivers. And also, don't wash your chicken, guys.
I don't wash my legs and I don't wash my chickens, okay?
Yeah, cracker.
Yeah.
You fucking stinky leg.
So what? You don't even know how to wash your hands.
You
know what? I roast my chicken, okay?
It's what's happening now. As an ADHD person being attacked by normies, is this what women feel like? They're being sexually assaulted?
But Jeremy, I watch my chicken.
Not that saying. But I wipe my own ass.
Wait, it's black.
Wait.
Wait, Jeremy, I got a question for you. When was the last time you ever read a poem on Clown House?
I'm going to answer all these questions, and I
know I do come off as the latest sometimes, but I think it's only because I ask for like less insanity. I don't think I'm.
Matthew, I appreciate. Let me translate for the American black people.
Okay.
I get it that I come off Canadian sometimes because I have a little impatience for the chaos, but I'm actually a nice guy, even though I'm white and don't wash my
You're
hands.
not white. Stop saying that you're white. You're black. I know you're black. You know you are black.
Trust me, he's not black.
He is black, dude. He is black.
He doesn't even season his food.
Dude, he is black. He really is.
Matthew, he's so white. I'm a Polish European, and he's whiter than I am.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. I'm telling you.
No, he's not. He's a chubby black from Calgary.
Wait. Let's get messy.
He really is.
So Jeremy is so white. He has financial stability for generations.
Can we get messy, but also get a little bit more Jesus?
Jeremy is so white, he's got a retirement plan.
Exactly.
Wait, guys, hold on.
It's called Florida.
Stop it.
Wait, hold on. Jeremy, is black, that's Mundo? Is Mundo back? Is that Mundo?
Yeah, and hold on, guys, because we're gonna
down to the bottom way. He's been trolling you guys. He's black.
He puts raisins in his potato salad. That's how.
Hold on. You guys want to see something really cool? If you guys are up in here and you're like, what the fuck stinks? Who the fuck put raisins in the fucking coleslaw? Who the fuck invited these crackers? Watch this. Just watch. Everybody watch. Everybody
Jeremy.
Watch what happens. Wait. Watch what happens. Wait. Oh, what happened? Oh, shit. The percentage of stinky legs to non-stinky legs, the percentage of fucking demon atheists who don't respect Jesus compared to the number of fucking kings who don't give a fuck what color your skin is, but also wash your leg, bitches, who believe in Jesus. Oh, fuck, what happened?
If I get the raisins, can I get a bean?
Juju, and brother, we should have this in the back chat, but like, I legit don't know what color you are, but if you tell me you're black, I'll bean you, because...
I'm black as fuck right now, nigga.
Okay.
If you tell me you're black, you step on a crack.
But let me ask you this. Let me just ask you this.
I'm so black, I'm at work and I'm broke.
You're so black, so we get the smile so we can fucking see you.
Hello, moderators. This is Musician. I would like to answer the question. Please put me in your queue. Thank you, T.A. Jeremy.
I used to be in this like band when I was a kid, and our drummer was black, and we look back there, and he'd always be in the dark. And I'm like, dude, you have to smile so we can see you. So
can I
sorry, no, but it was fine because he thought it was.
Hello, T.A. Jeremy. I'd like to be recognized to be put in the queue. Please, T.A. Jeremy.
It's delicious, and guys, can I ask you something? Because I think one of the things that allowed me to help, and I'm not going to be prideful. One of the things that led to the resurrection was my comment that like we need more Jesus.
Jeremy, I'd like to answer the question about are Abrahamic religions masochistic? I would say if you read C.G. Jung and you understand that incorporating the hidden shadow into your personality is essential for transcending evil, and essentially Abrahamic religions do that for you because they are so far out and they are so basically nonfiction, science fiction, that if you read them and process them, essentially you become a peaceful person because you've already lived out the nightmare and the disaster, which is either the Bhagavad Gita or the Bible or the Quran or basically the apocalypse. So it's important to understand this information if you want total personality development. It is a lot of information. I know you're just talking apes, and books are relatively rare, but they do say eventually there will be enough apes on typewriters that one day they'll read what they wrote and comprehend it, as opposed to doing conversational hypnosis all day long and listening to speakers just talk about nothing and calling that work and then not realizing, you've accomplished anything. You spent the whole day talking about nothing.
Welcome to the Talk.
Can we talk about something productive? Can we talk about, for example, Juju wife?
King,
What did he just say?
Can I suggest an even higher topic? And I say this knowing that and let me ask as a question rather than a statement. Because we have DJ, we have Black, we have Alex, we have Mink.
Okay.
I'm literally just saying hold on, let me just land right this, and I'm going to include you in this as well. I named 4 Christians who each of them in their own way have made me think maybe Jesus. I'm not fucking around, right? And Royvis, I appreciate your contributions, and Boris, I know you don't fuck with Jesus. But Boris, let me ask you this, Boris and Royvis. Do you have enough patience? Do you have enough respect for the 4 people that I just named? Alex, Black, Tampa, DJ.
I don't know who these people are, but sure, whatever.
But based on if you know who they are, based on their contribution.
Oh Jesus, the fucking draw. That I just when you start explaining shit, Jeremy, it's like walking slowly up a hill, just waiting.
I know, brother. I know. And brother, you're a fucking Canadian with access to
Ritalin. Let me tell you something significant, and I'm gonna go about talking about it this way, and I'm never really gonna get to the point. But by the time I get there, it's gonna be a fucking letdown.
He's talking about nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
But Matthew, I hear you. And brother, as a Canadian, you have access to Ritalin. You know that you can either choose to have the patience to medicate yourself to hear what I'm saying, or be ADHD as fuck and then be so impatient to not hear what I'm saying. I know you have that option, brother. I'm a Canadian too.
Yeah, when it comes to Abrahamic religions, I think Judaism is not an Abrahamic religion. I don't think so.
But can you break that down?
It's the oldest one of all of them, dude. It's where all the other ones come from.
So let me ask you this. I'm genuinely curious. Let me ask you this. If you had to pick one religion, not even an Abrahamic one, as an agnostic or an atheist, or I'm going to shit on one over the other. If a gun to your head, you had to pick one, what religion would you choose?
Which Abrahamic, or could you choose Confucianism?
What, to shed on or a follow?
To follow. For me, it would be Sikhism. What would be your religion?
Buddhism.
Christianity is the shittiest. It's literally 3-in-1 shampoo, bro. 3 gods in one.
You're 3 gods in one. Shut your ass up.
Listen, if you read the sacred writings of the Buddha, or the thoughts of the Buddha, or the sayings of the Buddha, or you read Confucius, if you just read Confucius, you will blow your mind because you'll realize how stupid you are that you've never read Confucius, because it's so complicated and there's so much information in Confucius. It's unbelievable. And if you haven't read Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching, you got to read Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching. The Tao Te Ching is incredible. I would love to read a poem for 60 seconds if I may.
You know what's gonna vote for me? 2 men that can't seek into
Guys, hold on.
That's what he sounds like.
This is a great conversation. Can we have one mic on the person who wants to read the poem?
Exactly. This is the talking apes. This is the educated room. We're gonna get you guys. Boris, motherfucker.
Okay, this is the poem. This is called Aha. This is actually a metaphor for a meditation. It's called Aha. There are 7 keys to the great gate, being 8 and 1 and 1 and 8. First, let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will, corpse rigid. Thus thou mayst abort the fidget babes that tease the thought. Next, let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow, so that thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Third, Let thy life be pure and calm, swayed softly as a windless palm. Fourth, let the will to live be bound to the one love of the profound. Fifth, let the thought divinely free from sense observe its entity. Watch every
Man, that was
thought.
good. Why'd you cut him off?
No, I'm saying that was not good. That was not good.
That man was black. His parents probably adopted him, and they were white, and they taught him to wash his legs with soap and not to wash the cloth. Like that was fucking horrible.
See him as a Colombian piece of shit, a narco-terrorist, a piece of shit.
He's not a narco-terrorist.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can I take back what I said? That was really racist. I'm sorry. Alex, can you please bring this back to Jesus or DJ? Because like DJ and Alex actually and Black actually believe in Jesus, and this whole conversation is so anti-Jesus. This is so Old Testament.
Was that like poetry or something? Is that what we're doing right now? Because I got one.
No. That was literally some dude fucking talking Shakespeare. And let me translate what he said. If you're white, go ahead and assume you're.
No, that was Aleister Crowley's Aha poem.
Because that's how you wash your legs. That's literally.
This is a Canadian talking ape crash out. Somebody talking about rubbing soap on your legs, whether with a rag or a bar of soap. Jeremy, can you hear yourself right now? Hello?
Did you guys listen again? Okay, so I'm going like this. Ready?
Let's hear it.
1, 2, 3 into the bowl. Snoop, doggy, dog the dragon is at the dough. Ready to make an entrance. So, that was Snoop Dogg.
That was good. I like that.
I will add on the Jesus thing. I think he's not.
We don't want you to add shit. You dropped the whole
I think he's the son of a Roman soldier. That is the truth.
Well, these conspiracy theories are very big of big for us.
Yeah, I don't like people who drop hard R's. Next person.
And DJ, hold on. Can we double click on that? DJ. Yeah, thank you, DJ.
All right, guys, I'm taking off. Please continue to scope out the mystery.
Peace, Matthew. Good Shabbos, Matthew.
Wash your fucking legs, cracker. And DJ and Alex, hold on. DJ and Alex and Black. And that last one, the resurrection. Can I just double click on that for a second? Everybody go and click on Talking Apes. Look at my pink ticket. Oops, I don't have one. Look at the members. Look at Black. I'm talking about the resurrection.
What are you doing, like Clubhouse poetry real time or something? Is this like Clubhouse spoken word or something? You're going to start talking about functionality pretty soon, I bet.
I know, and I promised I was going to mute up before, but because of my privilege. But can I just say this, and this might be the last time that I say I'm going to mute up, and also...
Is this like a comedy? This is a Clown House comedy routine from a woke Canadian.
It's not. How dare you? Are you going to say that this is comedy compared to... Are you going to say this is comedy compared to I live in a van down by the fucking river, you fucking demon?
Can you make a poll, please, Jeremy?
I will.
Listen, we need to talk about Jesus because Jeremy is a blasphemous heretic who keeps dropping the name of our Lord in vain. Jeremy, when you put some respect on the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you can talk about it. But until then, you should, grovel on the ground and rub your face in the dirt because you're not worthy to use the name Jesus.
Introduction to the erection, please.
Hold on. You fucking demons. Juju is funny as fuck.
Can we have a civilized...
Stop it. Hold on. Can I try to respond to everybody really quick? And can I start with this? I'm about to go outside to smoke a legal Canadian joint in -5 Fahrenheit. So before you all come off your mic and say like, oh, you're white privilege, you're Canadian. Bitch, your frozen food in your fucking freezer has a less harsh fucking climate than me. So before you come off your fucking mic to say like, oh, but Jeremy, white privilege, wealth, Canadian, shut the fuck up. If you're gonna tell me I have privilege, I want you to tell me how cold your frozen food is in your freezer compared to the fucking environment that I live in. Okay, but let me land with this, because that's not important. Brother Black, Brother Alex, Brother DJ, all of them have talked to me about Jesus and make YouTube, but also you keep changing your name, which is Super Mormon. But also, stop.
It's like she's running from God.
Wait, but she's also talking about Jesus. And so, if we have a teeny tiny room with a bunch of people teaching me about Jesus, Juju,
Amen. Amen, brother.
I fuck with that.
Say it a little louder for those in the back.
Fuck you and fuck Jesus, both of you.
I fuck Jesus. Oh,
that guy didn't hear it. I'm for sure that guy didn't hear that message.
I've never heard somebody unfuck Jesus. I can't do it. I don't know how to describe that. You unfuck them, I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
DJ, can I testify, Brother DJ?
Yes.
Brother DJ is one of the real Christians. And fuck me. Fuck some agnostic cracker who gets to declare who's Jesus. I call so much. Dude, you fucking demon Christians. And I'm talking about Alex. I'm talking about Black. I'm talking about me. Meg and TJ, I hate you all so much. I'm not talking about fuck so much. Fuck you. What? I mean, he said fuck Jesus, dude.
He said unfuck Jesus. Where's that? I need him to stay on stage. I've never heard that in my life.
Stop it. Stop it.
Fuck you.
Stop it. Stop it. Jesus got me crying and laughing up in here.
I guess he's never heard of the hot dog and water theory. I can't unfuck something.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much. I hate you. I hate you. Wait, Juju. I hate you like.
Okay, dude.
Wait.
Finish your weed. Finish your weed first, bro.
Oh, you know what? Go wrap your woman in fucking a hijab. Listen, Juju. Listen.
He's mad because his wife is the goat. Like, literally, the goat.
King, and this is going to be messy, and I know you're not going to understand this because you don't speak Canadian, but let me say something so Canadian that your head's going to explode, and you're going to have a period, and your 12-year-old wife, who's Muslim and Sharia law. Hold on, wait, you fucking demons, wait, you hear what I'm about to say. Wait, I'm going to tell you some truth. My wife, the mother of my 2 children, also my life partner. Wait, my life partner.
Did you hear your
who was a woman. Wait, this is so messy. I'm going to be so messy that this fucking Arabic piece of shit won't even know what the fuck I'm saying, even though he's a fucking second-class American citizen. Because he doesn't speak Canadian. Will you let me confuse you with my Canadian statement, King? So wait, Juju. One mic on the Islamic cosplay American. Go ahead, one mic.
What are you talking about? But listen. Your fucking wife is a bitch. You're fucking married to a bitch, bro. She's a fucking whore, a bitch.
Your wife's calling you, King.
Guys, Juju, don't let your white privilege. Hold on, Juju, can I just come for you for a second? Because you're an immigrant, and these Americans are treating you like you're a woman, right? And so can I just be a feminist for your? But listen, you're being oppressed. You're being oppressed as an immigrant by these Americans, and I just want to mansplain. I want to mansplain to the Americans. I want to be your man hero. Like the same way that you were an immigrant woman who was being oppressed. I want to be your King, can I translate to the people who don't understand what you're saying?
Let me ask your wife what she thinks about that, okay, King?
Yes.
What do you think about
Hold on, Juju. Guys. We're having Juju, who speaks American, trying to talk to King, who doesn't speak American. And King said that my wife's a whore, and I'm asking people, because you might take offense, I'm asking King if I can translate for the people who don't understand what he's saying.
People, they gotta shit on.
Can I translate, King? Can I translate what you're saying, brother?
Translate, you fucking bitch.
Thank you, King. So, guys, when you try to attack King, when he says that my wife is a fucking whore, right? What he's saying from his perspective is that, listen, Jeremy, when you try to elevate women based on my limited understanding of your situation, reality, and the teeny tininess of my penis, especially in relation to how insecure I feel when I masturbate to pornography online, when I see African American males with really big penises, right? And so that insecurity, hold on, DJ, I know this is offensive, Alex, because I wanted you fucking demon. I wanted to talk about Jesus. I tried to center Alex and DJ and Black to talk about Jesus, and you kept coming off mute, King. And so I'm now literally having to talk about how little white people's penises are. You fucking I wanted to wait. And I will move the fucking. But before I do, I'm gonna fucking do you. You fucking piece of shit. I wanted to talk about Jesus. You know what, guys? Hold on, guys. Hold on. And guys, I just want to say this. I wanted to talk about Jesus. I said multiple times, even though I'm a piece of shit who doesn't stand by his word, that I was going to mute up. And this is the last thing I was going to say. But we have the privilege. Guys, please understand, this is the first time that we've had 4 Talking Ape, great ape admins in this house. And the shittiest, most fucking stinky-legged, fucking polluted fuckhole of an admin in this house has been big miking all fucking night. And the one great ape that we are privileged enough to be in the grace of hasn't said a fucking word. I fucking hate myself. I should never be a fucking admin in this house. The only fucking reason why I am blessed to be a fucking caterpillar who has the fucking privilege to hang out with a bunch of fucking I did that wrong.
He hates himself.
The reason why I'm so blessed to be a caterpillar who gets the fucking privilege to hang out with 3 fucking butterflies that I respect so fucking much. And you guys are up here not recognizing the fucking monumentous thing that we're watching right now. And I had to put this fucking piece of shit in the. I'm gonna goo myself. Yeah. But let me say this before I do. Long live Talking Apes. Long live the fucking Talking Apes.
Have you been drinking, Jeremy?
Thank you, Jeremy. But the amount of legal fucking Canadian weed that I have fucking smoked tonight. You wash your legs, Sam. Just wash your fucking legs.
I want to thank Jeremy for that kind speech. I really appreciate that. I haven't heard anybody speak of me that highly lately. And going from there, we're just going to say, God bless the talking apes on God.
The stoned apes.
Juju, brother, can I ask you something?
All right, put me in the queue, Jeremy. I want to read from the book of John and tell you, ladies and gentlemen, a little something about a guy called Jesus.
Yeah, and Juju, I like your response, and then musicians right up because cue. Juju, one of the things that caused some commotion was your intolerance of Jesus talk. Right, brother, I'm an agnostic. I get tired of it sometimes too, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think's best for talking apes? Is it let me ask that different. What do you think made Talking Apes amazing? Was it the openness to discuss dinosaurs and evolution and Jesus and Israelites equally? Or do you think what's best for Talking Apes is intolerance to any of those topics?
I think it's the vast majority of topics that we have. Like, you guys are very highly educated, obviously, in the book, which is fine, I mean, we can all admit that Clubhouse itself, it's like if you open up a room of that nature, you're going to get numbers. It's a given. And with the Talking Apes numbers being where they are, it's very easily to get the room, packed with people if you're going to go religion talk. 100%. You know what I mean? And but I mean, I do like the vast majority of all the conversations. I mean, we just sometimes we just have havoc, or we bring in special guests like fucking King and his wife, the goat. You know what I mean? But the whole vast majority of all the conversations, like from science to politics to even just like anything, technology, the house is great. It's just. So one subject can be too much, but I think that like we're kind of past that at this point. I mean, with the way you guys are going to have the whole like leadership thing, and pretty much like there's going to be a vast majority of like different people opening rooms, not only for hate on each other, but hate for the subject. I think it's going to allow more of access to rooms during the day for different subjects without having to feel like you're getting Bible thumped. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to be good. Amen on you, bro.
That's my question, right? And I'll say it again. Like, I come on this app and I engage with people I respect. And before coming on this app, I didn't fucking give a fuck about the Bible. Dude, I left Mormonism at 14. I didn't fucking give a fuck about the Bibles or Christians until I came on this app. Right? And see, I'm generally, and people who are shitting on me, I'm generally a musician. I'm curious. Right? Because, again, I don't think there should be any rule against what you want to say about my wife or my partner. Or
Listen, Jeremy, go ahead. If you're going to attack people once, like, don't cry when they get back at you. I'm sorry, but this is something like you sound like entitled, like to insult people. And once people like respond to your abuse, they are a bad person and you are a victim. This is stupid. Get over it. If you don't want your wife to be called a bitch, don't call other people like wives things like names. Like you literally insult like a whole like 2 billion people, Muslims, fucking piece of shit. He left
Iran
because he's a piece of shit. Like everyone else here, like you see. You're a piece of shit.
I know. Is it true Jeremy's wife is a transgender man? Or woman? I'm sorry. No, I wouldn't know nothing about that. But one thing I do know is that King, you got to be able to take the fucking hits if you're going to try to dish them, bro. You're going to sit there and talk shit about everybody else's life and then get butthurt when people talk about the GOAT. Like, come on, bro.
Bro, that was the funniest joke. Yo, Kitover, that was the funniest joke.
You know what I'm saying? Let's welcome everybody to the Talking Apes, y'all. Let's welcome everybody to the Talking Apes. If you're in the goo and you want to get on stage and you're feeling some kind of way about the Abrahamic religions, then feel free to raise your hand and get up here and let's either talk on the subject or let's just shoot the shit, popcorn style. We'll get a cue going, whatever. It don't even matter. Go ahead, King. Let's hear from you.
Listen, Juju, I know you have a thing, like a problem with me, but your racism, like I don't want to be racist to you, but you force me like to respond to you, like Jeremy. Like I could trash you.
No, see, my problem with you is I can't understand half the shit you're trying to say.
Listen, I know a lot of shit about you. I don't wanna say like I said Jeremy, he's a bitch, and he got offended.
Wait, hold on. Let me play the sound effects for your shit real quick. Here.
I know a lot about you. Like, for example, I know that you got scammed for money lately.
Oh my God!
You got scammed for a lot of money.
Oh,
like you like this is the first thing.
It was probably your cousin who scammed me, if not you. I should
like insult you. I know that you are going through divorce right now.
He's going through divorce. All right, we're gonna go ahead and not make this the King show. So let's move forward, y'all.
Yeah, let's move forward to the girl with the pretty picture. See, what's up, pretty picture? What's up? Not the other Eve, but what's up, Eve? Are you there?
Is who here? Where is she?
Oh, the drunk Norwegian woman. We're talking to you.
Oh, nice. I just didn't like the way he was like, I know a lot about you. That was just scary. So.
No, he doesn't know shit about nobody.
No,
he just thinks he does.
He might not be, but like, let's say he says that to a girl on this app. I know a lot about you. It hits a different kind of way. So I'm not liking it.
Don't make assumptions about me. Don't make assumptions.
He doesn't know how to carry himself around the women. His wife is a goat.
I would leave. I'm sorry.
Assumptions about me.
You just had to say something. Bye-bye.
Yeah, he has a hard time conducting himself around actual women.
Jeremy, I'm gonna say something. Jeremy, I'm sorry if I hurt you. You're a good person, but don't attack people if you don't want to get attacked. Okay, don't do it.
All right, moving forward from the freaking King show. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Where'd she go, dude? You chased off the only female that was talking on the stage.
This is a cock. The stage looks nice.
Guys, can I say something really quickly? And I'm going to hand it off because I would much prefer if we were talking about Jesus. Yeah, I would much prefer if we were talking about Jesus rather than this nonsense. But we have been talking about the resurrection, right? And tonight, and listen, it's messy, guys. I don't want to get mixed up real life shit with Clubhouse shit. But we have 4 admins right now. Okay, and one of them had 2 hours sleep last night. One of them had someone pass away in real life, and so Clubhouse doesn't fucking matter, right? One of them fucks Jesus. Actually, 2 of them fucks with Jesus. Right.
I thought you said fuck Jesus. I'm like, oh my God.
Again? I was like, you're not doing that shit again?
Jeremy, hold on. Is he available like that?
Y'all motherfuckers are pulling trains on Jesus at this point.
But can I say this? Can I say this? The future of Talking Apes, the possibility that the fence that I sit on when it comes to my agnosticism, whether there is God or the devil. And I know a lot of people believe that fence that I sit on belongs to the devil, right? But what I'm saying is that when I fuck with the Talking Apes...
Can you finish first?
Yeah, I'll land really quick, King. And there's a fucking chance that I might fucking slip off that fence that the devil owns. And I may be saved. It's because of fucking people like Alex and DJ and Mink. And Black. Not you, you fucking... No. Wash your leg, people, Juju. Wash your leg, But what I'm trying to say is that people like Alex and Mink and Black and DJ.
All those fake Christians except for DJ?
Dude, stop it. Everything they've done has made me think maybe Jesus, dude. And I'll land with this, guys. I'll land with this because I know I've been making it all night. DJ, Alex, Mink, Black, every single one of them have chosen humility over fuck Jeremy.
This aspect.
And I see so many people say fuck Jeremy over humility. That Alex and DJ and Mink.
Okay, fuck them. Fuck them all. Fuck me.
Make me think maybe Jesus. Guys,
can you land this propaganda speech?
Like you kiss, like badasses. Like who would like kiss ass like with Juju? Like fuck Juju. Like you are fucking like beheaded.
I'm sorry. The last thing I'm gonna say, I would like to welcome Boris, who is literally the very first talking ape to go through the new leadership initiation process. Boris.
Oh, wow. How was the Kool-Aid, Boris? Please let us know.
Yeah, congratulations, Boris.
How was the Kool-Aid, Boris?
The Kool-Aid tastes like...
Boris is the only guy who deserves
I usually make the Kool-Aid, but I wasn't invited for this one, so...
Also, and so I'm so sorry, and I'm gonna go myself because I'm a fucking piece of shit because so many times I said this last thing, so I'm gonna go myself after this. The admins have a big list of people who we want to nominate as leaders, who we think are going to be killer leaders, and so any leader who thinks that they are going to be amazing leaders for Talking Apes can just DM any of the admins and say, dude, I think you'd be a leader, which Boris did.
Can we make a Khan or a mod? Can we make Khan or a mod on team?
I would like to say one thing. I would like to thank Jeremy and Juju. If I'm throwing a bachelor party, you're running it, bro. You're the one fucking setting.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll bring the bitches. What you doing tomorrow, Tampa?
You can't even bring your one.
Oh my gosh, you went straight to her.
That's a fucking bitch.
Let's make this house great again. Let's go old school.
How's your goat of a white king? What's she doing? She busy? Gonna make some side money?
Racism is allowed in this house. I don't know why racism is allowed. Like it's like open meeting.
Dude, you're the
not the guy that was over there dropping a hard R.
Not the hard R king.
This motherfucker was dropping a hard R. Now he's over there racism. It's so much content into the racism.
I'm so.
So let me ask the Talking Apes a question here. If a homeless person came up to you and said, I am a Christian and I love Jesus and I know you're a Christian and I'm begging you to please help me. Take me into your house, shower me, clothe me, feed me, house me, and let us pray in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And then you asked him, have you ever read the Bible, sir? And he said, no, I did not, but I have faith. Would you pick that man up who's dying in the streets and help your Christian brother who wants you to help glorify Jesus by helping him survive and get out of the streets? I would have to say, you know what, brother, I just read the Bible and I think it's a book club, but I'll tell you what, there's this great Clown House app where we could talk, if you can get electricity on your cell phone, we could read the book together and maybe you'd be able to get yourself out of the situation you're in. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is a hygienic realm. And I got to tell you, in the book club, if you don't wash your hands, if you don't wash your thighs, as Jeremy puts it, if you don't wash your, face, if you got terrible skin, well, there are priorities in life. But the gospel and the good news, the book of Acts, the book of Psalms, the book of Luke, ladies and gentlemen, it's called the book club. And if you don't read it and all you do is run your mouth and talk about washing your thigh and how great this mod is and how great that mod is and how this Canadian's going to go outside and smoke a joint in the fucking -5, motherfucker, read a book. It's called the Bible. Have you heard of it? Have you heard of the book of Luke? Have you read the book of Acts? There's so much metaphor in there, so much personal development, and all you do is run your mouth.
Put Jeremy in the go, please.
You are a Colombian piece of shit. Colombia is a piece of shit country. Colombians, they're pieces of shit. The shittiest of the shit.
Go fuck your sheep white.
You're fucking Colombian or you probably have a drug factory, bro. Probably a piece of shit. I'm gonna bomb you. I'm gonna bomb your boat. Fucking have boats.
What's wrong with drug? What's drug? What's with drugs? Drugs are amazing, bro. For real. Where else?
Immigration, Boris, you should not support this Colombian piece of shit.
Where else are you gonna get your drugs?
Right? You have boats, bro. Gotta blow your boats, fucking piece of shit.
Your girl wife is calling.
You work with the cartels, bro. If you come to America, if you come to America, we're gonna arrest you, bro. We're gonna fucking arrest you.
No, we're not. We're gonna smoke that cocaine. Hell no, we're gonna smoke that shit immediately. But just want to let you guys know, I've been up a long time. I had a DJ gig. I love you guys.
We can make some video out of that fool's wife.
DJ.
Yes, sir, Boris. Everybody, man. I mean, the entertainment in this room has kept me in here an extra hour. So
some video tacos, y'all.
It's like a fucking radio show.
It's the party line. People see the number in the newspaper on a Friday night. They all call into the party line.
I'm saying good night, bro. We ain't got time for all this shit. No, I'm kidding, y'all. Y'all be safe. I'll see y'all.
Good night, broski.
And remember, when you wash your hands, use a washcloth.
I'm not gonna get into that. All right.
Why people taught you that?
Where's Jerry? Y'all done. I'm done, Juju. All right, y'all.
Get it.
Morning light stumbles on my skin. I chase a thought, but it won't begin. The clock comes loud, the walls don't care. 1,000 moments just hanging there. Is this the world or just a game? Am I the spark or just the flame? Take the deepest breath of the day. Let the air steal the words away. Feel the wave, feel it fade. Take the deepest breath of the day. Clouds are shifting, they twist and crawl. I hear my heartbeat echo through it all. A shadow bends where the sunlight breaks. The world's alive with the noise it makes. Is this the world or just a game? Am I the spark or just the flame? Take the deepest breath of the day. Let the air steal the words away. Feel the wave, feel it fade. Take the deepest breath of the day. Exhale the doubts, let them drown in a sea of quiet sound. Let your lungs learn how to sing and fly with nothing, not a thing. Take the deepest breath of the day. Let the air steal the words away. Feel the wave, feel it fade. Take the deepest breath. I am not asking you. Do you know that from the world? If you use this sound.
Why should Egypt say, with evil intent he brought them forth to kill them off in the mountains, to annihilate them from the face of the earth? Turn from your blazing anger, repent of this wrong against your people. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servants, how you swore to them by yourself and said to them, I will multiply your seed like the stars of heaven. I will give to your seed this whole land of which I spoke to possess forever. And Yahweh repented of the wrong that he had threatened to bring upon his people. Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Hiel were walking on the road. When they were walking, night fell. They sat down. While they were sitting, morning began to shine. They rose and walked on. Rabbi Hiel said, see the face of the east, how it shines. Now all the children of the east who dwell in the mountains of light are bowing down to this light, which shines on behalf of the sun before it comes forth, and they are worshipping it. Of course, once the sun comes forth, why should Egypt say, with evil intent he brought them forth to kill them off in the mountains, to annihilate them from the face of the earth? Turn from your blazing anger, repent of this wrong against your people. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servants, how you swore to them by yourself and said to them, I will multiply your seed like the stars of heaven. I will give to your seed this whole land of which I spoke to possess forever. And Yahweh repented of the wrong that he had threatened to bring upon his people. Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Hiel were walking on the road. When they were walking, night fell. They sat down. While they were sitting, morning began to shine. They rose and walked on. Rabbi Hiel said, see the face of the east, how it shines. Now all the children of the east who dwell in the mountains of light are bowing down to this light, which shines on behalf of the sun before it comes forth, and they are worshipping it. Of course, once the sun comes forth, why should Egypt say, with evil intent he brought them forth to kill them off in the mountains, to annihilate them? Secretly I move and you respond. You're winning. You think it's funny. But look up from the board now. Look how I've brought in furniture to this invisible place, so we can live here. The minute I heard my first love story, started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. If you have any patience left, we know what to do. If you love sleep, we'll tear you away. If you change into a mountain, we'll melt you. If you become an ocean, we'll drain you. You say you have no sexual longing anymore. You're one with the one you love. This is dangerous. Don't believe that I have a love like that. If one day you see a picture of how you think you'll hate yourself openly, I'm not talking out loud. Secretly I move and you respond. You're winning. You think it's funny. But look up from the board now. Look how I brought in furniture to this invisible place, so we can live here. The minute I heard my first love story, started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. If you have any patience left, we know what to do. If you love sleep, we'll tear you away. If you change into a mountain, we'll melt you. If you become an ocean, we'll drain you. You say you have no sexual longing anymore. You're one with the one you love. This is dangerous. Don't believe that I have a love like that. If one day you see a picture of how you think you'll hate yourself openly, I'm not talking out loud. Secretly I move and you respond. You're winning. You think it's funny. But look up from the board now. Look how I brought in furniture to this invisible place, so we can live here. The minute I heard my first love story, started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. If you have any patience left, We know what to do. If you love sleep, we'll tear you away. If you change into a mountain, we'll melt you. If you become an ocean, we'll drain you. You say you have no sexual longing anymore. You're one with the one you love. This is dangerous. Don't believe that I have a love like that. If one day you see a picture of how you think you'll hate yourself openly. I'm not talking out loud. Secretly I move and you respond. You're winning. You think it's funny. But look up from the board now. Look how I brought in furniture to this invisible place so we can live here. The minute I heard my first love story, started looking for you, not knowing how blind it was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. If you have any patience left, we know what to do. If you love sleep, we'll tear you away. If you change into a mountain, we'll melt you. If you become an ocean, we'll drain you. You say you have no sexual longing anymore. You're one with the one you love. This is dangerous. Don't believe that I have a love like that. If one day you see a picture of how you think you'll hate yourself openly. I'm not talking out loud. Secretly I move and you respond. You're winning. You think it's funny. But look up from the board now. Look how I brought in furniture to this invisible place so we can live here. The minute I heard my first love story, started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. If you have any patience left, we know what to do. If you love sleep, we'll tear you away. If you change into a mountain, we'll melt you. If you become an ocean, we'll drain you. You say you have no sexual longing anymore. You're one with the one you love. This is dangerous. Don't believe that I have a love like that. If one day you see a picture of how you think you'll hate yourself openly. I'm not talking out loud. Secretly I move and you respond. You're winning. You think it's funny. But look up from the board now. Look how I brought in furniture to this invisible place so we can live here. The minute I heard my first love story, started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. If you have any patience left, we know what to do. If you love sleep, we'll tear you away. If you change into a mountain, we'll melt you. If you become an ocean, we'll drain you. You say you have no sexual longing anymore. You're one with the one you love. This is dangerous. Don't believe that I have a love like that. If one day you see a picture of how you think you'll hate yourself openly. I'm not talking out loud. Secretly I move and you respond. You're winning. You think it's funny. But look up from the board now. Look how I brought in furniture to this invisible place so we can live here. The minute I heard my first love story, started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. If you have any patience left, we know what to do. If you love sleep, we'll tear you away. If you change into a mountain, we'll melt you. If you become an ocean, we'll drain you. You say you have no sexual longing anymore. You're one with the one you love. This is dangerous. Don't believe that I have a love like that. If one day you see a picture of how you think you'll hate yourself openly. I'm not talking out loud. Secretly I move and you respond. You're winning. You think it's funny. But look up from the board now. Look how I brought in furniture to this invisible place so we can live here. The minute I heard my first love story, started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. If you have any patience left, we know what to do. If you love sleep, we'll tear you away. If you change into a mountain, we'll melt you. If you become an ocean, we'll drain you. You say you have no sexual longing anymore. You're one with the one you love. This is dangerous. Don't believe that I have a love like that. If one day you see a picture of how you think you'll hate yourself, open. Birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi, went and married a daughter of Levi. The woman conceived and bore a son. She saw how good he was, and she hid him for 3 months. A man is Gabriel. As it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned when the body of our righteous hero is born in this world, the Blessed Holy One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden and brings it down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. A man is Amram. Married, a daughter of Levi, refers to Yocheved, daughter of the voice, a divine echo. Descended and told him to unite with her for the birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi, went and married a daughter of Levi. The woman conceived and bore a son. She saw how good he was, and she hid him for 3 months. A man is Gabriel. As it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned when the body of our righteous hero is born in this world, the blessed One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden and brings it down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. A man is Amram. Married, a daughter of Levi, refers to Yocheved, daughter of the voice, a divine echo. Descended and told him to unite with her for the birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi, went and married a daughter of Levi, who conceived and bore a son. She saw how good he was, and she hid him for 3 months. A man is Gabriel. As it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned when the body of our righteous hero is born in this world, the Blessed Holy One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden and brings it down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. A man is Amram. Married, a daughter of Levi, refers to Yocheved, daughter of the voice, a divine echo. Descended and told him to unite with her for the birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi. It was a gendered mistake. That after COVID, the first thing we didn't do, the 2 million women out of the workforce, is do child. A man is Gabriel. As it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned when the body of our righteous hero is born in this world, the Blessed Holy One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden and brings it down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. A man is Amram. Married, a daughter of Levi, refers to Yocheved, daughter of the voice, a divine echo. Descended and told him to unite with her for the birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi, went and married a daughter of Levi. The woman conceived and bore a son. She saw how good he was, and she hid him for 3 months. A man is Gabriel. As it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned. When the body of a righteous hero is born in this world, the Blessed Holy One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden and brings her down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. The man is Amram, married, a daughter of Levi, refers to Yocheved, daughter of the voice, a divine echo, descended and told him to unite with her for the birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi, went and married a daughter of Levi, woman conceived and bore a son. She saw how good he was and she hid him for 3 months. A man is Gabriel, as it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned. When the body of a righteous hero is born in this world, the Blessed Holy One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden and brings her down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. A man is Amram, married, a daughter of Levi, refers to Yocheved, daughter of the voice, a divine echo, descended and told him to unite with her for the birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi, went and married a daughter of Levi. The woman conceived and bore a son. She saw how good he was and she hid him for 3 months. A man is Gabriel. As it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned. When the body of a righteous hero is born in this world, the Blessed Holy One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden and brings her down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. A man is Amram, married, a daughter of Levi, refers to Yocheved, daughter of the voice, a divine echo, descended and told him to unite with her for the birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi, went and married a daughter of Levi, a woman conceived and bore a son. She saw how good he was and she hid him for 3 months. A man is Gabriel, as it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned. When the body of a righteous hero is born in this world, the Blessed Holy One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden and brings her down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. A man is Amram, married, a daughter of Levi, refers to Yocheved, daughter of the voice, a divine echo, descended and told him to unite with her for the birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi, went and married a daughter of Levi. The woman conceived and bore a son. She saw how good he was and she hid him for 3 months. A man is Gabriel, as it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned. When the body of a righteous hero is born in this world, the Blessed Holy One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden and brings her down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. A man is Amram, married, a daughter of Levi, refers to Yocheved, daughter of the voice, a divine echo, descended and told him to unite with her for the birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi, went and married a daughter of Levi. The woman conceived and bore a son. She saw how good he was and she hid him for 3 months. A man is Gabriel, as it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel, who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned, when the body of our righteous hero is born in this world, the Blessed Holy One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden, and brings her down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. A man is Amram. Mary, a daughter of Levi, refers to Yocheved, daughter of the voice, a divine echo. Descended and told him to unite with her for the birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi, went and married a daughter of Levi. The woman conceived and bore a son. She saw how good he was, and she hid him for 3 months. The man is Gabriel, as it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel, who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned, when the body of our righteous hero is born in this world, the Blessed Holy One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden, and brings her down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. A man is Amram. Mary, a daughter of Levi, refers to Yocheved, daughter of the voice, a divine echo. Descended and told him to unite with her for the birth of Moses, a man of the house of Levi, went and married a daughter of Levi. The woman conceived and bore a son. She saw how good he was, and she hid him for 3 months. The man is Gabriel, as it is said, the man Gabriel whom I had seen in a vision. The house of Levi means the communion of Israel, who emanates from the left side. Mary, the daughter of Levi, refers to the soul breath, for we have learned, when the body of our righteous hero is born in this world, the Blessed Holy One summons Gabriel, carries the soul breath from the garden, and brings her down to his body born into this world. Gabriel is appointed guardian of the soul breath. A man is Amram. Married a daughter. The highest point, beginning of all, the concealed one, abiding in thought, and it produces the end of the matter, but there is no end. But there no end, no desires, no lights, no sparks, in that infinity. All these lights and sparks are dependent on it, but cannot comprehend one. The only one who knows yet without knowing is the highest desire, concealed, nothingness. When the highest point in the world that is coming ascending, know only the aroma is one, in healing, and aroma is sweetened. Guests in the supper. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel, saying, on the 15th day of the 7th month, the festival of Sukkot.
And Donald Trump made
7
it clear.
days for Yahweh.
And Donald Trump made it clear.
And you have gathered in the yield of the
And
land,
Donald Trump made it
celebrate the
clear.
festival of Yahweh 7 days, a complete rest. The highest point, beginning of all, the concealed one, abiding in thought, and it produces the end of the matter, but there is no end. But there no end, no desires, no lights, no sparks, in that infinity. All these lights and sparks are dependent on it, but cannot comprehend one. The only one who knows yet without knowing is the highest desire, concealed of all concealed, nothingness. When the highest point in the world that is coming ascending, know only the aroma is one, in healing, and aroma is sweetened. Guests in the supper. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel, saying, on the 15th day of the 7th month, the festival of Sukkot, 7 days for Yahweh. When you have gathered in the yield of the land, celebrate the festival of Yahweh 7 days, a complete rest. The highest point, beginning of all, the concealed one, abiding in thought, and it produces the end of the matter, but there is no end. But there no end, no desires, no lights, no sparks, in that infinity. All these lights and sparks are dependent on it, but cannot comprehend.
Dylan stole the election.
The only one who knows yet without knowing is the highest desire, concealed of all concealed, nothingness. When the highest point in the world that is coming ascending, know only the aroma is one, in healing and aroma is sweetened. Guests in the circle.
So the Dovetail Project
Yahweh
is a
spoke to
fatherhood
Moses,
intervention
saying,
organization.
speak to
And
the
we serve
children of
families
Israel,
across the city of
saying, on the
Chicago.
15th day of the 7th month, the festival of Sukkot. 7 days for Yahweh.
The main goal is to make sure
You
that
have gathered in the yield of the land, celebrate the festival of Yahweh. 7 days, a complete rest. The highest point, beginning of all, the concealed one, abiding in thought, and it produces and the end of the matter, but there is no end. But there no end, no desires, no lights, no sparks, in that infinity. All these lights and sparks are dependent on it, but cannot comprehend the one, the only one who knows, yet without knowing, is the highest desire, concealed of all concealed, nothingness. When the highest point in the world that is coming ascending, know only the aroma is one, in healing and aroma is sweetened. Guests in the sukkah. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel, saying, on the 15th day of the 7th month, the festival of Sukkot. 7 days for Yahweh. When you have gathered in the yield of the land, celebrate the festival of Yahweh. 7 days, a complete rest. The highest point, beginning of all, the concealed one, abiding in thought, and it produces and the end of the matter, but there is no end. But there no end, no desires, no lights, no sparks, in that infinity. All these lights and sparks are dependent on it, but cannot comprehend the one, the only one who knows, yet without knowing, is the highest desire, concealed of all concealed, nothingness. When the highest point in the world that is coming ascending, know only the aroma is one, in healing and aroma is sweetened. Guests in the sukkah. Hey everybody. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel, saying, on the 15th day of the 7th month, the festival of Sukkot. 7 days for Yahweh. When you have gathered in the yield of the land, celebrate the festival of Yahweh. 7 days, a complete rest. The highest point, beginning of all, the concealed one, abiding in thought, and it produces and the end of the matter, but there is no end. But there no end, no desires, no lights, no sparks, in that infinity. All these lights and sparks are dependent on it, but cannot comprehend the one, the only one who knows, yet without knowing, is the highest desire, concealed of all concealed, nothingness. When the highest point in the world that is coming ascending, know only the aroma is one, in healing and aroma is sweetened. Guests in the sukkah. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel, saying, on the 15th day of the 7th month, the festival of Sukkot. 7 days for Yahweh. When you have gathered in the yield of the land, celebrate the festival of Yahweh. 7 days, a complete rest. The highest point, beginning of all, the concealed one, abiding in thought, and it produces and the end of the matter, but there is no end. But there no end, no desires, no lights, no sparks, in that infinity. All these lights and sparks are dependent on it, but cannot comprehend the one, the only one who knows, yet without knowing, is the highest desire, concealed of all concealed, nothingness.
Astrology is
when the highest point in the world that is coming ascending, know only the aroma is one, in healing and aroma is sweetened. Guests in the sukkah. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel, saying, on the 15th day of the 7th month, the festival of Sukkot. 7 days for Yahweh. When you have gathered in the yield of the land, celebrate the festival of Yahweh. 7 days, a complete rest. The highest point, beginning of all, the concealed one, abiding in thought, and it produces and the end of the matter, but there is no end. But there no end, no desires, no lights, no sparks, in that infinity. All these lights and sparks are dependent on it, but cannot comprehend the one, the only one who knows, yet without knowing, is the highest desire, concealed, nothingness. When the highest point in the world that is coming ascending, no, only the aroma is one in healing, and aroma is sweet. Guests in the sukkah. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, On the 15th day of the 7th month, the festival of Sukkot, 7 days for Yahweh. When you have gathered in the yield of the land, celebrate the festival of Yahweh 7 days, a complete, the highest point, beginning of all, the concealed one, abiding in thought, and it produces the end of the matter, but there is no end. But there no end, no desires, no lights, no sparks, in that infinity. All these lights and sparks are dependent on it, but cannot comprehend the one, the only one who knows, yet without knowing, is the highest desire, concealed of all concealed, nothingness. When the highest point in the world that is coming ascending, know only the aroma is one in healing, and aroma is sweetened. Guests in the sukkah. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, On the 15th day of the 7th month, the festival of Sukkot, 7 days for Yahweh. When you have gathered in the yield of the land, celebrate the festival of Yahweh 7 days, a complete the highest point, beginning of all. The second of the three mothers, the three aspects of Neshama's intellect. Binah is the capacity for rational understanding. Bittul Hayesh, the annihilation of all form and sense of separate identity. B'nai Aliyah, those who ascend, referring to those saints who can trace the source of evil back to its root in goodness, and in so doing transform evil into good. Chaya, social or spiritual intelligence revealing the interdependence of all things. Chesed, kindness, the fourth sephira of the Kabbalistic tree of life. Suchness, the essential nature of things. Oh my God. Intuitive wisdom, the first of the three Widespread mothers, the three aspects of the intellect. Da'at, the second of the three mothers, the three aspects of